Today I'm going to talk to you about one of the most frustrating things for the average golfer, and that is lack of improvement. Now, why are we not improving? All right, over the last 30 or 40 years, we have information available at our fingertips, but the hard truth is the average golf handicap has not gone down at all. Now, why is that? Well, here's my thought on that. It's simply because you're getting information from unqualified sources and you're not getting it on a regular basis. So think about this for a second. If you wanted to fix, let's say, your slice, as an example, where are you going to go? Well, if you're like most golfers, you're going to buy a magazine, you're maybe going to go online, you're going to kind of check out some random videos, or probably worse yet, you're going to ask a buddy, all right? The hard truth is that this information, it might work, it might not, but how do you even know if it's coming from a qualified source? You don't even know. You're just basically taking information from any person who's putting it out there. Let's talk about two examples of maybe some things that you've experienced. How about the slice? Who out there hasn't, at some point, struggled with slicing the golf ball? Now, what did the magazine tell you? Or maybe worse yet, what did your friend tell you? Hey, just strengthen your grip. Turn that grip over a little bit and that will fix that slice. You know what? I hate to tell you this, but that's just probably one of the worst things you can do if you slice the golf ball. And if you really knew the reason why behind that, you'd probably never do it again. But here's the good news, is that I could probably fix that by just adjusting a couple positions in your hip and in your arm, and we could take what is a slice and we could turn it into a draw in literally 4 or 5 golf shots. But how about this one? All right, how about lack of distance? Who does not want to hit the golf ball further? Well, if you go to your traditional sources of information, what's the magazine going to tell you? Hey, you got to go buy the latest driver. All right, go drop $400 or $500 and you'll hit the golf ball further. Well, how many times are you going to do that before you've spent $1,000 on drivers and you're still hitting it the same distance? All right, or you might maybe go to your buddy. What's your buddy going to tell you? Probably going to tell you just to swing harder. Okay? Once again, bad information from an unqualified source. But here's the good news, is that if I showed you a simple transition drill that would help you increase club head speed and deliver that speed at the most important time, the moment of impact, you'd increase your distance immediately. So here's the good news, is that next time you hear from me, I'm going to prove to you why the strong grip is the worst thing you can do to fix your slice, but better yet, I'm going to show you how a simple hip position and arm position can change that slice into a draw overnight. So we are well on our way to better information, qualified information, and information that's going to help you play better golf. Hey golfers, PGA teaching professional Todd Kolb here, and last time you heard from me, I made a pretty strong claim. I know it. I told you that one of the worst things you could do if you were trying to fix your slice was to strengthen your grip. And a lot of you have probably heard that from a lot of very qualified instructors. You've probably read it in magazines. You've probably even seen it on TV. And I'm here to tell you that that's just wrong. And I'm going to explain to you why that's wrong. And more importantly, I'm going to give you a real simple thing that you can do to hit a nice high draw. So let's talk about that strong grip. So here's the first thing you need to know. It's the most important thing from this entire video. That is this, that what we now know with advancements in technology and information is that the golf ball starts, for all practical purposes, based on the club face position at impact. All right, and that club face can be square, it can be open, or it can be closed. Those are the only 3 options that we've got. So that's the first thing you need to know, is that the golf ball starts based on where the club face is pointed at impact. So let's think about this for a minute. If I want to draw the golf ball, and I strengthen my grip, what type of club face position do you think a strong grip is going to promote? Exactly. It's going to promote a club face that is closed at impact. So if the club face is closed at impact, it's pointed to the left of the flagstick at the moment of impact, where's the golf ball going to start? It's going to start left of the flag. And then what's it going to do? It's going to turn even further to the left. So even from a conceptual standpoint, it makes no sense at all to strengthen your grip so you can draw the golf ball, because now the club face is closed, ball starting to the left, and it's even going further left, which just means it's further away from the flagstick. All right, so when you stop and think about it, and you know that the ball starts based on the club face, it doesn't make any sense at all to strengthen your grip. So what do we want to do if we want to hit a draw? Well, we want the ball to finish by the flagstick, first of all. So how do we do that? Well, we want a neutral grip, because with the neutral grip, the club face is going to return to the ball in a neutral position or maybe slightly open. But if we want the golf ball to draw, we need to look at another factor, and that is the path, the direction the club is swinging. And we want that direction, that path, to be to the right of the target. All right, so when I combine a path that's to the right of the target with a club face that is slightly open to the right of the target, right of the flagstick, the ball starts slightly to the right and it draws back into the flagstick, the ideal shot that we're looking for. So next time you hear from me, you're gonna have a neutral grip, because you know now that the strong grip is not good for hitting a nice high draw. But also, I'm gonna give you a couple basic tips, simple things that you can do in your setup that are gonna allow you to get that path going to the right. And when we have a path to the right, a club face that is slightly open, we're gonna hit a nice high draw that finishes right by the flagstick.